Hi, guys. Happy Thursday. This is Monica from the future. After we had wrapped up recording for this episode, Nova had shared with us a pretty scary encounter. So we turned our mics back on and we recorded it because we wanted to fit it into this episode, but I don't know where to put it. So I'm just going to throw it in the beginning, but I don't want anybody to be confused. So that's what this is. We're going to hear an encounter from Nova and then we'll jump into the normal episode. Thank you so much.
So, in my grandmother's house, there is this one specific area, kind of near this window and the kitchen sink. Growing up, like all of us have been scared of that area, and we never really knew why. One of the boys said that at one point, or a couple of times, he saw some sort of dark figure just like up in the corner. Like, oh, I don't know how to explain it, but something straight out of a fucking horror movie, right? So my daughter, she's only 2 years old, and the other night I had to fill up her cup with water before nighttime, and we started walking out of the kitchen. She was right behind me, and I turned the light off, and she goes, "Mama, Mama, monster, monster." And I was like, "What are you talking about, baby? There's no monster." And she was like, "Yeah, Mama, monster." And I said, "Where is it?" And she pointed to the exact same area that all of us older kids were always terrified of. My stomach sank.
That's so scary. Holy cow.
Right?
Thank you for waiting until we recorded to tell me, but I can't believe you didn't tell me.
No, I'm sorry.
That is so scary. I don't know how to transition out of this because I'm not going to lie to y'all. This is after we recorded our episode,
Yeah.
but let's get into the episode now. We are your hosts. My name is Monica.
I'm Cash,
I'm Nova.
and this is Anxious at Bedtime.
So, the best season of the year has finally returned.
It's football season.
Obviously, that's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
hell yeah.
So, in honor of football season, we're going to explore one haunting in the city that has the greatest NFL team.
Ooh, you must be talking Kansas City.
You know I am.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Kansas City, Missouri itself dates back to the early 1800s, which means there's no shortage of hauntings. I was telling Nova before we started recording, I had already picked out like 3 or 4 different places I was going to do, but there was so much hauntings and happening at this one spot that it's just a one hotel episode. Kansas City is haunted.
Yeah, they got a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about it.
So the place we're going to talk about is the Elms Hotel and Spa. The Elms is a gorgeous hotel that looks like something straight out of a fairy tale. Look it up right now. Oh, you can't. You're both on your phones. You can look it up, honey. Look it up. Everybody look it up.
Look at us!
It's so pretty. It took my breath away.
Excelsior Springs, Missouri.
Yeah,
Oh, that is gorgeous. Goddamn.
isn't it?
Goddamn.
Gorgeous. And I'll make sure you look it up, Nova, when we're done, because holy cow.
Pay like $120 just to get haunted. I like that.
Yeah.
Might do that next time we go to Kansas City.
That's what I was thinking is our next stop. Yeah, like Cash said, technically it's in
Excelsior.
Excelsior Springs,
Excelsior Springs.
but that's only a 30-minute drive from the heart of Kansas City. So it's not bad. The Elms has been open since July 4th, 1888. And it's not the type of hotel that you take one look at and say, that's probably haunted. But rest assured, it's not just haunted, but it's famous for being haunted. They very much lean into it. And you know I'm a sucker for that.
I know that.
The hotel was even in an episode of Ghost Hunters. And the best part is they offer an add-on package for guests looking for a more paranormal stay. For $25 per person, you can book a 45-minute to 1 hour ghost tour that happens nightly at 9 p.m.
See, now that's some shit we'll probably end up doing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. All you have to do is when you check in, tell them at the front desk, or even if you're not a guest, you can still book the ghost tour. You just don't get to stay in the hotel, which I would want to do.
That's so awesome.
Isn't it? I love the idea of that, especially if you go down to the restaurant, like get yourself a little drink or something, have some yummy food, and then just
Get
ghost.
all turned
Yeah, and then ghost hunt.
like we did in Virginia City.
Yeah. Demonstrating the definition of relaxation and luxury with its 28,000 square foot spa, a European lap pool, and even a seasonal herb and vegetable garden experience. It's no wonder that this place has drawn the attention of many public figures and celebrities. That has me wondering, are the ghosts sticking around to celebrity sightsee?
Probably.
I would.
Yeah, that makes sense, dude. Like, fuck it. What else are we gonna do?
Especially by Kansas City. Oh my gosh, sightseeing like players and stuff too. Oh, I'm in.
They're all out there having shots with Patrick Mahomes, Travis
Yeah.
Kelce, and shit. That's dope.
That sounds like a good afterlife to me.
Life, afterlife, either way, it sounds pretty fucking dope.
Or is this place simply so beautiful and relaxing that it has ghosts wanting to stick around?
Probably that part.
A little column A, a little column B. Because it's definitely not it doesn't hurt your eyes. Like it's a pretty hotel.
It is very pretty. I like it.
One reported ghost is a woman wearing a 1920s style housekeeping uniform, and it's been said that she keeps an eye on the cleaning staff, making sure everything runs smoothly. She's known to appear on the third floor. I did find a 1-star review that said that where the person said they got no sleep because the maintenance elevator bell kept going off all night. And then at 6 a.m., their alarm clock started going off, but they didn't like set it and they couldn't get it to stop ringing. They were staying on the third floor.
Yeah.
I'd be so pissed if I woke up to that.
I don't think I'd leave a 1-star review. I'd still leave like a 5-star.
Yeah,
But I'd be
to
like,
me,
hey,
that's
dude,
a
you guys got to
5-star.
get these fucking ghosts under control. Like, there's Ghostbusters
Yeah.
or some shit. Call one of those guys, dog. And I mean, if you're gonna contain them to the third floor, let everybody know. I would have stayed on the fourth if I didn't want that.
Not
Not
just
me personally.
that.
I would have liked it. It would have been fun.
Not just that, but if it's on the third floor, that means it's the maid. So she's going to work. She's doing her thing, making sure this hotel is clean and taken care of.
It's like that meme you fucking sent me. Imagine having to work in the afterlife. Fuck that bullshit, dude. Maybe that's why the guy's upset. He just found out he has to work in the afterlife and he's like, fuck that. This is bullshit. 1 star. You guys are fucking me. I thought afterlife was going to be fantastic, but I have to go to work still. Fuck that.
Maybe the maid loved her job and that's why. But what'd you say, Nova?
I said I love it for the ghost aspect of it, but not being able to turn my alarm off would infuriate me starting the day.
I'm not gonna lie, I just unplugged the bitch and put it in the hallway.
Oh, there you go.
It still goes off.
Yeah, and I'd let the hotel staff deal with that shit. I'd be like, look, dude, this thing's fucking annoying. I'm going back to sleep. Tell your maid to deal with it.
Take it down to the front desk. But speaking of the front desk, when the person that left the 1-star review reported it to the front desk, the workers said that they already had several similar complaints of the same thing.
But like, we know she does this every fucking Tuesday, man.
Yeah.
It's part of her routine.
I just thought that was so insane. He wasn't even like, oh, it was the ghost. It was just a genuine review of him being like, I don't know what happened. This is crazy. And I was like, it was the maid. It is also believed that a woman's ghost wanders the hotel looking for her lost child, which is sad, but a lot of people have reported having their hair pulled, feeling a little tug on their clothes, and even seeing objects fly across the rooms as if they were thrown. And it seems very mischievous, whatever entity is doing all of that.
Are they only throwing shit at the people making messes?
I don't know. Nobody specified. But so people think that perhaps it's a child playing tricks on people, which is why they believe that the spirit of the child that the woman is looking for is also in the hotel. So while the knee-jerk reaction is it sounds sad, perhaps it's the mother and child. And she's like, where the heck is my kid? I know he's messing with all these poor people that are just trying to sleep in their hotel. And I kind of like that.
You would.
Yeah. Because normally the stories are so tragic, but I feel like it's a different vibe from a woman being like, where's my child? To like, where the hell is my child? You know?
I suppose.
The area by the lap pool and basement is also haunted. During the Prohibition, that area was used as a speakeasy. So it's believed that the ghost down there is a gambler from that time because it was a speakeasy, they did gambling and the whole shebang. One guest said that they woke in the middle of the night to a man standing over them in bed. like a ghostly man, and then he just walked away.
At least he laughed.
Yeah, but that's terrifying. And also, I don't know. It's just scary. I don't want to wake up to anybody standing over me in bed.
Yeah. I don't really either.
Mm-hmm. One room is known to have furniture move around on its own. In that room, a woman had the curtains open on their own in the middle of the night.
That would piss me off more than the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, excuse me?
Like, you motherfucker. Be madder than a wet nun. I swear to God.
Another guest woke up to the faucet at their, like the bar areas with the sinks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they had one of those, and they woke up to the faucet dripping several times. Like they would wake up, hear the dripping, check it, nothing going on, completely dry. But then when they woke up in the morning, it was on full blast.
Sensitive sleeper waking up from all that. I'd have slept through that, but that fucking opening the shade, you son of a bitch. I swear to God.
Yeah. Employees of the hotel have been known to find random scratches after their shifts, which that I don't really like either. That's not as playful and fun.
Yeah.
The hotel has experienced 2 fires, one in 1898 and one in 1910. There weren't any fatalities in either fire, but the hotel was destroyed both times. It is believed that one of the ghosts was involved in at least one of the fires.
I have to fist fight that ghost.
Yeah. At first, I couldn't figure out why people thought there was a ghost involved because nothing really said, so I did some digging, and here's what I found. Excelsior Springs used to be a wheat field owned by Anthony Wyman. There are 2 stories for how Excelsior Springs became a town. First, a man and his sick daughter traveled to the spring next to the wheat field, and the daughter drank from the red spring water, and her tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis.
I can never say it right. Tuberculosis was cured.
You're over enunciating.
Okay.
Tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis.
There you go.
Okay.
Her tuberculosis was cured.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
The second story is a neighbor of Wyman's had a wound on his leg caused by a bullet in the Civil War, and he would drink from the spring and put mud from the bank on the wound, and it healed his leg in a month.
That's insane.
Either way, news traveled fast about this healing spring, and Wyman set aside 40 acres of land to build a town, and from there, things moved quickly. A quote from the Kansas City Times read, "Where last year there was a cornfield is now a little city of 1,000 people." Tourism kept booming quicker than the town could build, so Wyman built a hotel called Excelsior Hotel. Shortly after, Kansas City businessmen caught wind of what was going on and saw the potential. So they bought 900 acres of land and built the Elms Hotel, a resort with 200 rooms, beautiful fireplaces, a grand staircase, and even fine dining. We're talking a fancy hotel. The same businessmen also
It looked pretty bougie.
Well, that's not the original, but yeah.
Still looks bougie.
The same businessmen also created bowling alleys, parks, a music hall, and even started selling the spring water in bottles. They were getting after it. They basically stepped in and said, "We got it from here, Wyman," and went on to be incredibly successful. This healing water was so successful that the whole shtick was that 1,000,000 crutches were thrown away, meaning that people who needed crutches for whatever reason drank or bathed in the water and then didn't need their crutches anymore. For a while, the crutches were used as advertising, but they built up so quickly that people started using them for things like building fences and decor. Eventually, the businessmen faced some lawsuits that caused them to sell the hotel. Less than a year after the sale, it caught fire and everything was lost. And that was the first fire in 1898.
First fire? They keep burning it down?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
The Elms reopened in 1909. Only 9 months later, a fire broke out in a nearby building. They got it under control. Everything seemed fine. They were like, "We got the fire, it's okay." And then, bam, the Elms caught fire. Firefighters were quoted saying, "Flames suddenly burst through the roof at the west end of the building, which was nearly 100 feet from where the original fire was."
Fuck.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
That is a little weird. Weird.
And once again, the hotel burned to the ground, which that part, I don't know, that's weird because you could say it was from embers from the other fire, but 100 feet away,
Yeah, no.
yeah. The Elms reopened in 1912 and rebuilt completely fireproof.
Yeah, there's a lot of brick on that bitch. A lot
Yeah.
of stone.
And a lot of steel,
Yeah, a lot of steel and stone.
which I can't deny. If I were the owners, I would definitely rebuild fireproof. So, this is where the theories come in, okay? Anthony Wyman passed away in 1883. The Elms opened in 1888. The first fire was 1898. Could it have been an angry Wyman, mad that his legacy was being overshadowed by these big city businessmen?
You gave it a decade though.
That's fair.
He's
I
like
don't know.
10 years later, he's like, you know what? You guys are getting too good at this. Fuck you. Let it burn.
That's fair. 10 years is a pretty long time.
Maybe that's just how long it took for him to learn how to use his ghostly stuff to make fire to burn shit.
If I've learned anything from the TV show Ghosts, it's that it does take them a while to figure out how to use their powers. So maybe.
It's plausible.
Plus, doesn't time work different for them too?
Oh, that's true.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do.
It works different for vampires.
We don't know that.
Maybe. I don't know. But I could definitely understand if it was that being you were a farmer and you found out about the magic and the water near your land, you gave up your land to turn this into something to help people heal. And then big city businessmen came in and just took over.
That's fucked up.
I could definitely understand being upset about that.
Yeah, I'd be downright frustrated.
Or could it have been a ghost with ties to the businessmen, angry that they were forced to sell the hotel?
Or they owed him money.
Maybe, but because the fire was right after they sold.
And he didn't get his cut.
Maybe. That'd be wild.
Like he was one of the original business partners that they cut out. He died. And he's like, fuck you yet. And, well, I mean, I guess it wouldn't really affect him because they just sold it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nova theories?
I'm not sure. Could it have been maybe some sort of like insurance related reasons?
See, I thought that, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if there was insurance like that back then.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I've ever heard of ghost insurance.
Not
That's what my brain was trying to rack too. Was like, when the fuck was insurance invented for buildings?
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is car insurance wasn't around until cars were invented. So,
That is sound fucking logic too.
uh-huh.
Like batting 1,000 with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. And since they were forced to sell, I don't know if there would be any money in burning it down anyway.
That's just weird.
I guess if they already sold and still had the insurance, I mean, I guess it could be a scheme where they got insurance fraud and made the money from the sale.
Maybe.
I'm not saying that's what they did, so don't at me, bro.
No. And then another question is why did the fire stop? Was it just because they built it fireproof?
Now, why didn't they keep going?
Because you'd
Who?
think,
I was just gonna say who gave up on torching the place. Maybe they died.
but you'd think, whether it was a vengeful spirit or whatever the reason, even if the building itself is fireproof, the stuff inside isn't. So why did they stop?
I don't know. I'm not the one who did it.
I have questions.
Maybe they trapped their spirits in something and were able to contain them.
Ooh, that'd make a fun movie.
Right?
They're like, God damn it! No, I can't set no more fires.
They just trapped their ghosts into little boxes that look like bricks and built them into the building.
Oh shit! And that's what genies are.
What?
Just ghosts that have been trapped in something for fucking hella long, dude. So they finally get their powers all hella built.
I mean, honestly.
Player, I just found out Aladdin.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. We'll explore that another day. Could the fires maybe have been caused by someone that was sick and then went to the Elms Hotel and passed away instead of getting better after drinking the water?
Y'all folks ever heard of spontaneous combustion?
That terrifies me.
You think somebody was just spontaneously combusting twice?
Well, obviously not the same fucking person. And if it was, holy shit. I'm like, God damn it. Every time I walk into this room, I just fucking catch on fire. Is it a church?
No, it's not a
Was it?
church. No,
Was it like in one of the religious rooms in this hotel?
no, I don't think so.
I was gonna say there was some kind of entity that kept bursting into flames, dude, but whatever.
That'd be wild.
Somebody kept fucking smoking and forgetting to put their Zippo out before they walked in. Kept throwing in their. They used to wear pea coats, dog.
Yeah.
Those big wool ones. Throw it in his inside pocket, take off his coat, go to toss it. It was the coat room that it happened, huh?
I don't remember where they started, honestly. I don't think it said. I just know the one fire was in the West End.
You think it was gang wars? Like the West End was beefing with the East End?
No.
Molotov cocktails?
West Wing.
But those were all of the ideas that I could come up with what maybe could have been causing the fires.
I just came up with like 18 player.
But just because it stopped catching fire does not mean it's been without issues. The hotel has had a file for bankruptcy twice since it was last rebuilt. So just since the last fire. There were several raids during the Prohibition, and they were even sued once by one of the men running an illegal gambling salon.
I kind of get why they claim for bankruptcy and all that shit. They keep running out of money because they're not telling people that there's fucking ghosts on the third floor, and they get those 1-star reviews where people are pissed off. So they're like, "Hey man, some lady keeps banging and ringing this bell, and nobody fucking understands that it's a paranormal experience." So there's people trying to get into this bougie looking hotel because that thing does look dope. They're like, "This thing's gonna be hella fucking cool," and they get put on the third floor. No, unbeknownst to them, nobody got a warning, and they get ghosted. Not in the broken up with dang old way, but
You know, that sounds kind of silly, but maybe because now obviously they lean into the ghostliness and it seems to be doing okay.
and they're bouncing back. What's up, player?
Maybe.
Shout out Elm Hotel if you guys want to throw us a couple rooms for a couple nights. Let us check it out. Whatever, I'd do it. If you pay for the trip to get me some time off work, that'd be all right.
And if it happened to be around the time of a home Kansas City game, I wouldn't be mad.
If it was in November, that'd be all right.
We could sacrifice that, I guess.
I got a birthday coming up then too. Lots of reasons to do it. Just saying.
Just pick one.
No, but that'd be so fun. Do a whole video just on the ghost hunting inside that hotel. Oh my gosh. We'd have to stay on the third floor.
That was so sick.
I would have to stay on the third. Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Have to be on the third floor.
There's definitely some wild history, and the healing sprigs intrigue the crap out of me. Because, like I said, it wasn't just like a touristy trap type thing. People were coming and genuinely getting healed to the point that there were so many crutches in this town that people were having to build fences out of them.
Well,
That's
I wonder
wild.
if it could fix my brain.
Probably not. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, probably not, honestly.
Let it be known you don't have like a tumor or an aneurysm or
no.
anything. You're just a little mental.
Yeah, no, I'm just mentally
Little
ill as
mental.
fuck. I
And I'm just going to give you this little nugget of knowledge, and you can decide what to do with it.
I will.
On November 2nd, 1948, election night, presidential candidate Harry S. Truman snuck out of his hotel in Kansas City and went to the Elms. He took a bath in the spring water and relaxed for the night. And this man was from Missouri, okay? I'm sure he heard about all the rumors about how it's healing properties and all that stuff, okay? Truman was definitely the underdog in the presidential race, and he was not expected to win. If you look it up, it is known as, I don't remember how they word it, but it's like the upturn of the century or something like that. Like, this man was not expected to win the election. But after his spring water bath, he shocked the nation by winning the vote and becoming the nation's 33rd president.
That's crazy.
It goes to show sometimes you just gotta, wash your ass.
I'm not saying he won because of his bath, but I'm not saying he didn't either.
That's so crazy.
Isn't it? I just thought that was so crazy. And I almost didn't include it because it was, if you look up the hotel, like it talks a lot about all of the celebrities and famous people that have visited. And of course, it mentions Truman a lot. So I almost didn't mention it just because, like, a bunch of celebrities went. But the fact that he won after his bath,
That's crazy.
I don't know. It's not healing, but that's a weird coincidence.
What's in the water?
It's very coincidental.
Yeah, what is in the water? And if it could potentially do something like that, what else could it do?
I need some.
And did the man know what he was doing? Like, was that his intent? Or was he just really stressed out from the elections and so he went?
I don't think he would have driven the 30 miles to go take a bath in another hotel unless he knew what he was doing.
That's fair. And he was only there a few hours too.
Was it at nighttime?
Yeah, he snuck out of his hotel at night and then snuck into the Elms through a back door and stayed just a few hours, took his bath, listened to the results, and then was back at his other hotel by morning.
He was manifesting under the moonlight.
Maybe.
And it's bath water.
Ritualistic as fuck.
The moonlight bath water.
Yeah. But I just thought that was such a fun piece of information.
It is.
That is everything that I have on this hotel. Look at the pictures of it. It's so pretty.
It's a very good looking hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait till they sponsor us and take me there.
Us there.
I can't wait till they sponsor us and take us there.
Thank you. Leave me at home? No. Yeah, no, I want to go. I know I say that every freaking episode, but I want to go.
Well, this is one of the ones where we'll probably end up going because I like that.
Yeah. And I think that'd be so fun to do. Maybe even like a live episode where we just ghost hunt.
That'd be sick.
Possible.
Break in our spirit box.
Woo!
Or our EMF reader. If I ever learn how to use it.
Ring, 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 ring. I don't know what that says.
I don't think it makes noise. It didn't when I was testing it.
Oh.
How do you not know how to use an EMF reader? No offense. You just hold it.
Because I was testing it in our hotel room. No,
Okay.
listen. I was testing it in our hotel room and it was just going off the whole time, no matter where I stood. So I don't know if I was just surrounded by ghosts
Most likely.
or if there was too much electric. I don't know. And it came with a really thick user manual that I didn't read.
I thought you were going to say a really thick accent.
No. But I don't know how it works
It's crazy.
because it was like all the lights lit up the whole time.
That's so crazy. You should have asked for the ghost to like step away, and I bet the light would have gone down at least too.
Maybe. Ugh. I'm kind of glad I didn't. I didn't want to think that there was a ghost in our room. Don't get me wrong, at the Elms, that'd be different. But we weren't ghost hunting. It was just my purse at this hotel, the hotel we were at. And so I wanted to see if it worked.
That's so valid. Well, I guess it does. All your comfort out the window. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's everything I got. We will probably make a part 2 someday when we visit this hotel.
Hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah, buddy.
Shout out November.
And go Kansas City.
Go Kansas City.
Woo-woo.
Woot woot.
The world might seem like a scary place with haunted hotels, tales of ghosts, spooky shit.
But we're probably fine.
We're probably fine.
We're probably fine.
This has been Anxious at Bedtime.
Good night. Oh, wait.
You can find us on the following:
TikTok and Instagram.
Spotify.
Well, hopefully they know where to find us if they're listening to us.
Oh, yeah.
But our social media is TikTok and Instagram. Anxious at Bedtime.
Anxious at Bedtime.
Thank you for listening.
If you or somebody... Hold on. See, we're all being silly goosies. If you or somebody you know... If you or somebody you know has had an experience with the paranormal and you would like to have your story read on the podcast, please email it to anxiousatbedtimepodcast@gmail.com. If there's anything that you would like to hear covered on the podcast, please email us your recommendations. If you've been to the Elms Hotel, tell us your stories.
No, please just tell us. Tell us your fucking stories.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Thank you for listening.
Well, thank you.
Good night.